Hello, my name is Aaron Tassin, and this is autocorrect tags for APA7 citations. I'm a graduate student at San Jose State University in California. And what if I told you that in the last 3 years of graduate school, I used the same 6 types of APA7 citations over and over again for discussion posts, assignments, research papers. I pretty much always use the same 6 different types of citations. And I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to tell Word to help you remember the sequence or the configuration of those citations so that you can work faster, smarter, and consistently in all of your reference lists. I hope you'd be excited about that. Let me show you how I do it, and I hope that this helps you. Let's talk about autocorrect tags for APA7 citations. But first, before we do that, what is APA7? APA7 is the American Psychological Association's 7th edition of the publication manual. This is the book. You can buy it in your bookstore. You can buy it on Amazon, spiral-bound binding. You really do need to have this or have an online version of it to help you with the different types of citations you might run up against. But as I've said, I have 6 different ones I use all the time, and I've taken them right out of the APA manual, and I have a way to use Word to tell me how these are all configured. And let me show you what an APA citation looks like and how I'm able to use Word to tell me the configuration. All right. Here's a citation, Booth 2010. This is the reflective teaching and effective learning theory that I use in adult education, including this video. You can tell from the citation that this is a book. And if I were to enter this book into something I was working on my paper, discussion post, or assignment, I would type in a pound sign, and then the word book. And I'm going to press enter, the enter key on my keyboard, and watch what happens. An autocorrect tag populates in its place. Okay? This tag is something I've created from the APA7 configuration for a book. And I'm going to talk about what all this means, but let me show you those 6 different types of citations I've been talking about. So here they are in alphabetical order. I use a blog post, a book, a chapter in a book, journal article, YouTube video, and website. I use these 6 different types of citations the most, almost 98% of the time. Also on this page is the reference to the APA manual we just talked about. So blog posts are on page 320. Journal articles are on pages 317 through 318. So you see that, okay? Here's the chapter. Here are the page numbers. You can double check me. And this material right here is the auto tag. This is a code that I developed based upon the formatting that I learned in the APA manual. This is the author, the year, the title of the article. In a journal, it's not capitalized, but the title of the journal is capitalized, including the volume number, and I'll show you an example of this in a moment. The issue is not, the page numbers, and the DOI if you have it. So in auto tags, and I'm going to show you how to create an auto tag, but auto tags do not let you italicize. So these little markers right here are my code that anything between them is italicized. So all of this information is italicized. I'll show you an example. But let's create an auto tag. I want to show you how to do this in Word so you can see the magic, like when I showed you pound book. I'm going to show you how to do that in Microsoft Word. And here are the steps To create an autocorrect tag in Word, you need to go to File, Options, Proofing, Autocorrect Options. And as I've mentioned, autocorrect will not display italicized words in the template. I use the eye markers. You can use anything. You could use asterisks if you want. Whatever it is that reminds you that between those two marks, you want to italicize. So let's pull over a document with a ribbon. And we said we wanted to go to File. So let's go to File. And let's go down to Options. This is easy to miss. But I've clicked on File. And now I want to go to Options right down here in the bottom. Okay? And once I'm in the general options for working with Word, right here, I want to go to Proofing. So I've gone File, Options, Proofing, Autocorrect Options. And here are my autocorrects. What an autocorrect is I'm going to tell it, when I type something here, I want you to replace it with something there. Let's make one. Let's make pound, A, B, C. Okay? And I want pound, A, B, C to change to the word citations. So I've asked Word, whenever you see pound, A, B, C, I want you to change to the word citations. You can see below it the auto tags I've done. Every time you put pound, blog, I want you to fill in the sequence. And this is from that list I just showed you. The reminders to myself on the different steps or the different parts of a blog citation. But for now, we're going to test it. So let's go pound, ABC citations, add, and OK, and OK. So back here on our blank document, pound, A, B, C, citations. Pound, A, B, C, oops, A, B, C, citations. If I had done pound, A, B, D, you wouldn't do anything, okay? So that's how you create a auto tag. So remember, auto tag is File, Options, which is way down on the bottom of that pick list. Easy to miss it. File, Options, Proofing, and then autocorrect options. Okay, let me show you something neat. Okay, something neat. This is the reference list from an assignment that I'm working on right now. I haven't submitted it yet. But this shows different types of references. Now here's a pro tip. As you're working on your discussion post, assignment, research paper, whatever it is, when you reference something, go right to the reference list and create your reference. Okay? Don't wait until later. It's not going to work. You're going to forget it, or you're going to wish you had gone back and put in your references, because that's going to be a long afternoon. So when you get used to your APA, you're going to be able to recognize what each one of these types of citations are. This is a blog post from the Signal. This is the name of the blog post right here, the Signal. Well, how do I remember the author, the date, what's italicized and what isn't? How do I remember that? Well, let's put it in. Let's put in our tag, blog. There's my coding. Here's the author. Just like I showed you earlier on the book. Author, the date. On a blog post, you always pretty much get the month and day. If you don't get the month and day on a website or something, leave it off, okay, according to the APA. The title of the post is not italicized. You see that? The first character is capitalized and nothing else is, except for when you get to the first word past the semicolon, or past the colon here. Everything up here is not italicized. Title of the blog post, not italicized. But the name of the blog is. The name of the blog is italicized. So I've got it between my little markers here. I know the blog title is italicized, and then of course the URL. So that's an example of a blog. Okay, let's take a look at another one. These are websites. Here's a journal article right here. So what I did is I went pound journal. And I only have one author, so I only need one author. Got an author right here. Got the year. Title of the article is not italicized. Here's the title of the article. Okay? But the title of the journal and the volume number is italicized. Okay? So we know that. We know that the title of the article, including the volume number, is italicized. There's no space, and then the issue number. Issue 1 is not italicized. Issue number is not italicized. And then the page numbers, of course, page numbers, and then the DOI or URL or whatever it happens to be. That's how I do it. When I'm working on something, I will immediately come down to my reference list and I will type in whatever it happens to be. What if I had a YouTube video? I don't have one here, but it's one of my most commonly used reference types. And see, it should have worked. Well, why didn't it work? Let's go take a look. Okay, you remember back in here on the autocorrect list? Let's look down our list. Do you see YouTube? It's not there. We need to add YouTube. So we're going to add a brand new auto tag. Let's do it. This is just exactly how I do it. I'm going to tell it every time I type in pound YouTube, and it has to be in that configuration. Capitalization counts, and then I want to add the configuration of the citation right there. So because I have all this on a document on my computer, all I have to do is do a cut and paste. I've gone through and proofed this and made sure it's right. So we're going to copy that coding out of my auto tag, and we're going to go back into the Word auto tag group and add it. Here we are. We've got pound YouTube. Control V. I've added my tag. I'm just going to replace it. I put a holding character in there, but it was going to add if it wasn't replaced. Put autocorrect yes. Just redefining my holder. Okay, so let's try it again. Pound YouTube. There you go. There you go. There it is. So that's how I do it. That's how I do autocorrect tags in Word, and making it easy on myself for my APA7 citations. I hope that was helpful. Again, feel free to take a copy of this and use it as you will. And again, the different types of blog posts, the reference in the APA right here, and then the tag sequence. You do need your APA manual when you get into different types of configurations, like the types of editors, 1 editor, 2 editors, 3 editors. You need to know that, so you'll need the manual. But pretty much this will get you 98% of everything you need in school. Good luck to you. I hope you get awesome grades, and I hope all your APA citations are perfect. Have a nice day.